coffee machine in the background is just like dying. All right.
Okay, so last session, guys, the Bellerophon Institute decided to have Trusty Cole assassinated.
Yeah.
And you guys escaped from that, and now you're being hunted by the very people who...
So, where do we start off?
Okay, so just fill in the blanks here. So as you guys are fleeing, you got the temple, the ancient monk temple, where the battle took place.
My home.
Where they tried to assassinate you. You ran into a figure who just kind of rescued you, pulled you into a little narrow cave. It's like, follow me.
Okay, yeah.
And you asked what you can be called. You can call me Dr. Ursus.
And
wait a second.
Trusty recognized
You recognized
his voice.
Yes. From the image of a guy
shooting
your wife.
My wife.
Memories, that blob thing.
Yes.
And you recognize his look because you actually saw him.
Yeah.
In a vision.
So now we're hiding out in a cave, kind of?
Yeah, he's kind of pulled you into this secret cave tunnel passageway.
Okay.
Boys, don't be alarmed. I'm here to save you.
Where are you leading us?
Just follow me.
I hold him up and go, okay, one question. And I want to do an...
Let's hold on after we've escaped the SWAT teams on your ass.
Alright, fine.
Fine, let's go.
Cool. So, Dr. Ursus leads you through twisting, narrow passageways. He will brush the occasional crack on a tunnel wall. A little secret passageway will open and close behind you.
I had no idea any of these were underneath my home for so many years.
That's right. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
And your tunnels underground.
And so you go through a series of tunnels till eventually says, okay, I think we're safe now. What questions do you have?
First off, I want to roll Trusty wants to roll an insight on whether or not he knew this was going to happen.
Whether or not I knew, like Omega?
Yes.
Like I knew we were going to get rescued?
Whether Omega knew that.
Yes, because in Trusty's mind, Omega's been sent here. Nobody wanted to kill him. They all wanted to kill me.
Oh, man.
Right, yes, okay.
So, what would I be rolling here?
Roll insight.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll anything or is it just against?
That is a 9.
Or investigate, whichever you prefer.
19.
19. You have gathered by this point by Omega helping you
Yeah.
that
Okay.
he did not know this was going to happen.
Did I notice
Okay.
you give me a suspicious look? And
I'm always giving you a suspicious look.
Fair enough. So nothing's really changed.
Yeah, he's just like, good old Trusty. You cynical bastard. Okay, I'm satisfied.
All right.
So what now? Do we just stay here for the night?
No, I've got a place to take you.
Okay.
So where are we going?
How are we getting there? By a car or?
By a tunnel.
Oh.
We're going to continue with this tunnel theme.
Okay.
That's right. Now, you boys may have a lot of questions, and I feel like now, before we bombard you with new things and new ideas, it would be best to get things off your chest. I know that you're Trusty Cole, a private detective hired by Bellerophon Institution. You're Omega, a monk raised in the very temple above us, who is, well, now you betrayed the organization you were raised to work for.
We betrayed Ed. I feel like they betrayed us.
I guess it's looking at two sides of a coin.
Fair enough. I have a question. They said that the Bellerophon and Chimera Institute were one. What do you know about that?
Well, it's a complicated issue. The Bellerophon Institute has been fighting us, the Chimera Group, for countless eons. But they also have decoy Chimera groups set up for them to fight and put funding into and make things look like they are fighting a good battle.
To give themselves an arm race so they can elevate themselves.
That's right.
You saw my wife, I say to him.
Who's your wife?
You called her Lucia.
Lucia.
Yes.
Your wife.
My wife's name is Anna Maria, but you called her Lucia.
Hold on just a second here.
Yes.
I'm completely lost. Who are you married to, Lucia?
I'm married to... I pull out a picture. The picture of my left breast pocket. And I go, this woman.
Married to her, you say?
Yes.
She'll be very surprised to hear that.
She's alive?
Whoa!
As far as I know.
Will these tunnels take me to her?
Yes.
Then let's proceed.
Okay, so Ursus just looks at you quizzically and says, I think this is very, very good news. And he just starts leading you guys down the passages and tunnels. Eventually you come to an elevator. You enter inside of it, and you start going deeper and deeper into the mountains.
Okay.
And as you're going down the elevator...
Like going just down, not like a diagonal, just
The
straight down.
root of the mountains, as Tolkien would put it.
And Ursus is like, well, you see, you're probably a little confused that whole temple above us and our lair below it. You see, the Bellerophon Institute and us, the Chimera group, we've been playing a bit of cat and mouse game through the Himalayas for years. They've been trying to find us, we've been trying to evade them. It's all very good fun.
How long has that temple been in the Bellerophon Institute's employ?
As long as it's existed. It was a front, never a real monk.
So where are we headed right now?
Oh, to a temple we're excavating at the moment.
You realize this means that I'm kind of thinking to myself, but my whole life is just like, what does it mean now?
A big puppet show kind of thing?
Oh.
I go, wait, there's more of you?
Chimera group?
Yes.
The whole organization.
Is living in an underground excavated temple?
Not all of us.
Oh.
Just a small research team working on excavating this temple.
Is my wife there?
Well, the woman you call your wife, who I call Lucia,
And I call Anna Maria.
That's right.
Oh my god. Trusty Cole is like his hand, like he holds up his right hand and it's shaking.
Cool. Scramstead, you should make a will save.
Okay. So my will is 6 plus my roll of 14 is 20 total.
Nice.
So, you hear hissing in the back of your mind, but nothing that really...
Yeah, I hear it in my
You
mind.
hear snakes hissing.
I look around, perception check.
Do I see him looking around?
Yeah, he's right beside the
Well, that's a critical fail. So I hear it in my mind, I'm like, that's really weird.
Does he actually say that out loud, or is that your inner monologue?
My inner monologue where I'm that surfer dude on the inside.
Yo,
Radical.
That's bodacious.
So, you guys reach the bottom of the elevator shaft.
Okay.
Now, boys, this might be a little bit much for you to take in, so...
Brace yourselves.
Brace
Is this like Zion from the Matrix?
So, the elevator's doors open, and you start to walk down a passageway. It's carved in this weird octagon shape, and the walls are covered in like tentacled creatures and images of civilizations rising and falling. But it's all like fragments of it. It's all like half-in rooms.
Recognize any of them from the dream I had?
Ooh.
The one with the...
With the book, where I could...
Make an insight roll. So
Insight.
recall
Back
details
to
of the
classic
story.
insight.
Insight is awareness.
Awareness, right. That's right.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So 4 plus my roll of 17, 21.
21.
Do I recognize them from my dream?
Yes.
I know these carvings.
How fresh are they? Like, have they just been made? They're excavating it now. Have these carvings just been chiseled out?
They were here? Well, that's confidential information, boys.
And so,
Hold on.
Trusty kind of like leans to the side. He goes, "God damn it, another goddamn confidential information situation."
So, as you guys approach a large octagonal door, it's half broken away, half demolished. You see a series of guards standing in front of it, all heavily armed men.
Okay.
Armed with what?
Guns?
They're armed with guns, but they're also all carrying like a cutlass or like a
blade.
a blade, yeah.
Okay.
Walk up to them.
Scimitar, sorry, that's the word.
Okay.
For scimitars.
They're all holding scimitars.
Curve.
On their belts,
Yeah.
not wielding. They're wielding the guns is the first,
Yeah.
first choice of
First
weapon.
line of defense is a gun. Got it. I understand. So I walk up to them, followed by Ursus. Do they kind of part ways? Or led by Ursus, sorry.
So they just stand by the entrance. He gives them a nod. They salute him. And he turns to one of them and is like, "Could you fetch your commander, please?" And he just runs off.
Yeah.
And you enter the temple.
Trusty just picks up a smoke and lights it.
Is there much ventilation down here as I look at it?
Go vent your anger somewhere else.
So
Smoke.
you enter the temple, and it immediately opens up into a wide hall. Pillars carved with dragons supporting the ceiling go down for about as far as the eye can see into the darkness. There's various lamps and torches illuminating as much as they can. Platform and scaffolding of scientists basically studying the carvings on the walls. There's a big laboratory, like computer set up in the middle of the hall, of the giant hall.
Yeah.
Also on all the scaffoldings along the ground, you do see large groups of armed men just keeping an eye on things.
So they've got this place pretty locked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't happen to know if my family is here.
Your family?
Your family?
My family.
No. If we came across your family, we'd execute them immediately.
I go, you have a family?
Well, I know I had a brother, which means I must have had a mother and father.
Listen, I hate to break it to you, but everything you might have known about your life, you've been raised by the Bellerophon Institute, and it could very well be a lie. You don't...
I lean over and I go, do you even have a real name?
I do. Not that I'm
privy to telling me?
My real name is my only source of comfort that my family might still be alive, that my mother actually loves me.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I go by Omega. It's the name I was given when I became captain of the guard at the temple. My real name has not been used for many years now. So.
I've got things to show you, but I do not think you are quite ready for them yet.
What about me?
Well, the commander of the garrison here, she's on her way.
I bet she is.
Cool.
I
need you to make another will save.
Another will save. Okay, 6 plus 6 is total of 12.
Okay, so you see a tall, robed figure. His robes are embroidered with snakes and dragons. If you catch a glimpse of underneath his sleeves, you see the movement of snakes. He holds out his hand to you, and he says, "Do you wish to follow your destiny, Omega?"
Who are you? I say aloud as I'm looking at this guy.
You don't hear him say that. What you do
Okay.
see is you do see his eyes rolled back in his head.
Holy shit!
Coming out of his mind, out of his mouth.
Whoa! Okay.
Do I have a...
I'm just standing there like...
Ursus is still kind of like, not really looking at you guys, kind of looking off in the distance as you just noticed
Hey,
it.
Doc, we got a problem.
He turns around. My God, what's going on?
I'm looking... Do I have a... Could I make some kind of roll to... I'm trying to look for like a heal or like a medical thing, but I don't have it.
CPR.
All I know is how to shoot a gun. Well, that's not going to help.
I'm an investigator, damn it, not a
Could
doctor.
I do like an investigation to see what's going on, or that's a bit far? I think
That's a little far.
Yeah, I need a medical investigation in brackets. Yeah.
So,
Say, who are you?
Omega, I am Sassafraxis,
You want to write this down?
Oh, I'm writing that down.
and I will be your guide in the world to come.
What world?
The world is your destiny to take a hold of. Leave your friends behind. They'll be fine for now. Just come with me. You are powerless to resist.
Am I?
I slap him.
Okay. Cool. You feel a sharp pain.
Your pain? Oh, shoot.
Okay, so, by this point,
Yeah.
cut away from your thing. Trusty Cole, now you've got your friend in your hands, it's kind of collapsing.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
kind of like, hey, wake up!
Doc Ursus, like calls over, like,
Does he go, you idiot? That's not how you handle someone who's joking.
Archibald, get yourself over here. Bring Kami. And so you see this gnarled old man in a wheelchair and this like old, fat female come towards the body.
Yeah.
And now you see the young soldier returning with his captain of the garrison, and it is what you recognize to be
Anna Maria.
Anna Maria.
Oh!
Drop my friend.
And she's like, "What's going on here?" It's like, "This man has collapsed. Let's take him to the infirmary."
Is she kind of like have the same voice and same like kind of?
Looks like
Is she the same person?
out of West Side Story?
Would I recognize like her mannerisms?
Make an insight check.
Okay, that's a 7.
Yes.
Plus 10, so 17.
Cool. She doesn't seem to recognize you.
Yeah.
She does seem like the same confident woman that you married years ago.
Okay.
But she's just a little harsher.
Yeah.
You remember her. Omega.
Yeah. So I'm clearly trying to resist, and I feel a sharp pain.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening right now?
That was probably me.
Am I still standing in that room?
So basically, you kind of look down.
Yeah.
And you see yourself on the ground.
What have you done?
I'm just taking you on a vision. A dream. You will not come to any harm. In fact, I have great interest in your life. I was the one who woke your friend to come save you from the man trying to take your life.
I see.
When you first dreamed of the book.
The book.
Come with me. And behind him you see this little, also you see this little doorway, and just gestures towards it.
I look back at my body and at the commotion going
You see a
on.
bunch of people surrounding you and
I
picking you
look
up and
up.
taking you to the infirmary.
What have I got to lose at this point? And I follow.
Nice.
Cool. So as he opens the door, you hear jungle sounds, the sounds of birds calling, and you step through. So, You step through the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're standing on the top of a massive ziggurat, looking out over this primeval jungle.
A ziggurat is...
It's an ancient... It's a tiered pyramid.
Cool. Okay.
Like the Aztecs.
Yes.
So those steps.
Okay.
And the sky is orange, with the setting sun. In fact, the setting 2 suns. And Sisyphraxis turns to you. And you look out, and you see in the distance, you see the smoke of a rising city. And rivers course. It's a whole lush, fertile world ahead of you. And Sisyphraxis turns to you, and he says, all this can be yours for the taking. You can be the ruler of this world, because you have the book of creation in your minds. And all you need to do is say the words.
What words?
The words from the book that you read. They are in there. They're in your skull. I just need you to say them.
What do I have to gain from ruling this world I know nothing of?
He waves his hand. You guys kind of start to just float down the steps of the ziggurat. And you guys move through the jungle to eventually come to a pathway that's made of gold and gold bricks. And you guys snake along it. He's like, you know where the legends of the gods come from.
What gods?
The gods of the earth. Yahweh, Odin, Zeus, Ra. The pantheons that rise and fall.
I was not raised in any religious sect. I was raised to obey.
But you know what gods are, don't you?
I know of them.
So you guys part through the trees. You come into a massive city. It's golden. You see these tall people. Everyone kind of averages about 7 feet, roughly, in height. Dark-skinned. They're all robed in these ornate clothes, robes, covered in jewelry. And you see some people building buildings, but some people are using magic to lift bricks. Other there's groups of people craftsmen in their shops making these exquisite weapons, and it's just pretty spectacular looking. And Sisyphraxis says, "This is their city. These are the gods. How would you like to rule them?"
I don't even know what any of this is. You brought me here. There's 2 suns in the sky. You're asking me if I want to rule something. You have to kind of admit this is all just a little ridiculous.
Well, the destinies foretell. The one who reads the book will be the man to rule the gods. And you have the one who read the book.
The book also said there would be 2 people to bring everything to a close.
Yes. You and I. You and I. Trusty Cole, you're busting into an infirmary. You got your friend laid down in a cot.
There's people holding me back, I guess, because they know better.
And they're all looking at your friend. They were ripping off his clothes. They're doing examination and instruments just to test his mind. They're hooking him up little wires to his head. They're checking his brainwave patterns. And your friend's in trouble, man. What are you doing?
Where is my wife?
So, Lucia is
because I feel a strong rom-com coming up.
So Lucia's standing to the side, watching the proceedings happen.
I walk up to her and I go, "Do you think he's going to be okay?"
It's I don't know. This place affects people strangely.
Really?
That's right.
But in what kind of ways?
Well, the other day we opened a room and 5 men just melted.
You don't.
There's that.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm going to be surprised if some random possession shit happens here.
Possession shit. What is your name, by the way? I'm Trusty Cole, but you can call me Trust.
Codename Alpha Gray.
It's nice to meet you, Anna Maria.
Not what I said.
No.
Trusty Cole kind of looks down and just goes, "Damn it!" in his. And that's what he's thinking.
Ursus turns to you. Has this ever happened before?
No. Not like this. He hasn't foamed at the mouth. Possession. We went into a place that dealt with possession before, but no, he's never been like this.
Alright. Kami, Archibald, what do you think? Archibald, the man in the wheelchair, says, "Well, Clearly, judging from the readings on the sensors, he's been taken. His mind is somehow floating the outer planes of existence.
Is there any way to reach him?
Kami chuckles. She's like the old fat woman.
Yeah.
She's kind of like in the corner, like with this bowl of incense, and she's inhaling it deeply. It's like, somebody can try to get into the spirit world and bring him back.
I take a final drag of my cigarette. Well, I'm that somebody.
It's like, I'm not sure of your qualifications for this. Have you ever been to the spirit world before?
Damn your qualifications, man! That's my friend in there!
Yes.
So,
And he looks over.
Lucia.
Yeah.
Cold clocks you as you're trying to do this.
Can I make a toughness save?
You can make a... What's your melee defense?
My meter, it's 16.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, you get cold clocked.
And right before I go out, I go...
You don't get knocked out.
Okay. I rub my cheeks, I go...
Watch who you're talking to. You're talking to Dr. Ursus.
Just like I remembered you.
Cool.
Doc, look. I know I may be outlandish here, but I know my way around some monsters. I can go in there. Trust me, I'm a smart man. I can get the job done.
Ursus chuckles. He says, okay. Archibald, is there some way you can connect him up to a machine and send him through? Ooh. And he says, I'll do my best. And all of a sudden, what bursts into the room is some young scientist. He's like, Sir, I need to speak to you in private company. Right. Boys, listen. They're all private company here. And he says, well, it's a big announcement, sir. The doorway. I believe that we're on the verge of opening it.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Archibald, can you keep this man alive? Yes, I can keep him alive. I'll go check out this doorway. Lucia, you come with me. Tommy, I need your spiritual expertise.
Hey, Lucia. I'll see you when I'm back.